What's up, everybody? So this is going to be my official Joyce versus Zhang. Can't pronounce his last name. I call him the Big China Man. Okay, I call him the Big. His nickname's the Big Bang. Big Bang Zhang, aka the Big China Man. That's what I call him. For those of you who don't know, I'm a big fan of Zhang. I love Zhang. He's like a Chinese Luca Brasi. Okay, I love that fucking guy. I think he's a goon, he's a gorilla, he's all that stuff. He's a big Chinese silverback Luca Brasi. You understand? I love Zhang. He's one of my favorites. I love the Big China Man. He's up there at the press conferences screaming shit in Chinese that nobody but except for people from the old country can understand. Moi shi, my. Love the guy. All right? And so let's start by going through the tail of the tape. Both of these guys are older men. Zhang is 39. Joyce is, I believe, 36, right? They both stand at 6'6", and Joyce has an 80-inch reach. Big Bang Zhang's reach is unlisted. He does have long arms, though, and he is a southpaw. Now, another thing that people need to take into account, both these guys have very extensive amateur backgrounds. Obviously, Joyce has more. He's the Olympian, the Olympic gold medalist, all that other shit. But Zhang has a very long amateur background as well. Okay. Joyce's record is 15-0 with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. I mean, that Parker fight was a great fight. I picked Joyce to win that fight. I said he was going to win on points. Went to the 11th round. He got Parker out of there late. Zhang versus Hrgovic was a fight that I was telling everybody was going to be very competitive. I thought Hrgovic might win it, but I knew it was going to be... I didn't make an official pick on it, but I knew it was going to be a very competitive fight. And as it turns out, Zhang won that fight and got robbed. It wasn't a terrible robbery, but Zhang definitely deserved the decision over Filip Hrgovic. So his record should be, in my opinion, should also be undefeated. But Zhang's record's 24-0 with 24-1 with that one loss to Filip Hrgovic that should have gone his way, in my opinion. So he's 24-1 with 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Now, this fight is pure violence, people. It's two gigantic men who hit like trucks with chins of granite, okay? This is pure violent chaos. This is the type of shit that I live for, okay? I love this fight. I don't know if maybe some people aren't as excited for it as I am. I am a huge fan of this fight. It's one of my favorite fights on the schedule, and the schedule's looking pretty good right now, right? Joyce and Zhang is going to be a chaotic war between two granite-chinned gorillas that hit like trucks. You understand? I don't know. Listen, bro, I'd be lying to you if I told you how long I thought this fight was going to last. I have no idea. It might only last 3 rounds. It might go to 10 rounds. Who knows? Because they both are huge gorillas with fucking chins, with beards on them, man. So, but I will say this. Obviously, I'm picking Joyce to win the fight. I don't see it going the distance. Given both men have granite chins, I understand that, but how much of that can you take? And I think if somebody is eventually going to succumb, it will be Big China Man. But this is a great heavyweight scrap. So, for my official prediction, I am picking Joyce by stoppage. But I think Zhang, Big Bang Zhang, is going to go in there, give everything he has. I think he's going to hurt Joyce. I think we're really going to see Joyce pushed in this fight. You know, maybe even more so than we saw him against Dubois or Parker. Maybe even. I think Zhang's going to come out. You know, he's 39, going on 40 years old. This might be his last hurrah at a top contender. So I do think Zhang is going to come in there with everything he has. He's going to lay it all out there. And Joe Joyce, Joe Joyce is my favorite UK fighter right now. So, and Joyce, I'm sure Joe Joyce is aware of the fact that he's got a pretty tall order on his hands in fighting Zhang at the moment. This is an excellent fight, people. It's going to be pure violence and chaos with two, like I say, not to repeat myself, but two big frickin' silverback gorillas over there, Chinese and a British gorilla going at it with each other. They both hit like trucks and both with granite jaws. You can't. I don't expect anything less than a war in this fight. This is World War III. This fight, but. For my money, I gotta go lean towards Joe Joyce a little bit. I mean, come on, that should be obvious. He's got the more experience in the professional ranks. He's the Olympic gold medalist. He's a little bit younger. He's more skilled. So obviously, I gotta lean towards Joe Joyce. But boy, fellas, when I tell you this is gonna be one fun fight to watch, I mean it. I can't wait for this frickin' fight. It's gonna be balls to the wall, two big men laying it all out there, bro. It's going to be a chaotic war, but yes, for my official prediction, I am picking Joe Joyce to win this fight. And I'll just say, it might end in the second round, but I'll just say 7th round stoppage for Joe Joyce, okay? But that's pure guess. This fight might go the distance. It might end in the first round. Who knows? But I'll say 7th. I'll say 7. So that's my 2 cents anyways, guys, on this fight. I think it's a terrific matchup, and I'm curious to hear what you guys' thoughts are on this fight in the comments as well. But yeah, for my official prediction, I got Joe Joyce mid-round stoppage. So let me know what you think. God bless everybody. Please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll be in touch. Salute.